Alrighty. Alrighty. Game number 2. Looks like we have slightly different opponents. Looking at the draft. Your team has quite a lot of long-range Chromie Hammer. Johanna standing in front. CC combo. Johanna pull. Well, not pull. Yeah, it's just like pull into Anduin root. Maybe a trap into root. Possibly Hogger stun, but not likely. Like, not just, that's just not a reliable engage. If you get it, it's nice, but it's not the plan. And then just follow-up damage. They don't have a lot of range into the hammer. They do have mind control into stun, leap into stun. They've got Leoric Cage, possible Crater at 20. They have a baseline cleanse. I think you have a CC advantage, especially with the range, as long as you don't play too aggressively. We'll see how it goes. This time, Chromie is stacking, so Sylvanas is not. So it makes sense to fight, but not so close, because Chromie can stack from range. So it's nice to see playing safe, although I wouldn't mind just getting vision so Chromie can, throw out some sandblasts. But you're also only sending 3 mid, so I understand. Also, I'm noticing a lot of different roles. So Meow Meow Cats is now tanking. Beast ranges on Chromie instead of Pat. Pat is on Hammer. Taco is just watching. Hogger leaves the lane to go camp. No one's rotated down to cover it. Hogger on camp is good, but it gives Cake complete freedom. Leoric is still soaking. Okay. Meow Meow does go and pick it up. So, good job. And Hogger, of course, does the camp faster. Unfortunately, you cleared the wave a bit too fast, so now your minions are right up against the wall with their minion wave, so it's going to be, well, they have Sylvanas, so it's kind of a free clear anyway, but if you freeze the wave in the middle a little bit, you can clear out their knolls without the towers, and then push in and get some damage. You got a little damage, but mainly because the knolls have cleave, and possibly the Chromie damage. Nice time trap. Doesn't stop Rhaegar from getting Joe, though. Wow. How exactly did that happen? Oh, he got stunned, I get it. That's unfortunate. The Stormbolt. Meanwhile, gank attempt, still playing safe.
That the horde's keeping some of our soldiers prisoners.
It's good to see.
Get ready to free them.
Storm Bolt on Bell, but nothing really comes of it. Beast Strand. Yeah, extra time traps, so that's nice. Looks like another gank attempt on Prostman, but he's playing safe. So, I mean,
Alright, lads and lassies. Keep our prison camp from being captured.
being
and get
gank
our
proof is
soldiers
good.
Out of the hordes.
They're back on camp. You're back on camp. Val is covering the lane. Everything's looking good now. Muradin does not like those traps. Excuse me. They have 5 in the mid, you have 3, so you're just pushing the off lanes. As long as you can clear out the gnolls, which looks like you're doing alright. You're getting some damage. Still, this time is a bit far forward, but does have that spin. So it's not a bad position to be.
We've got horde in our camp. Lock the cage.
I'm actually going to go back a little bit. That's more than a little bit. That's fine. That's what fast forwarding's for. So while you're clearing the camp, they come in on Hogger. Hogger gets away. And they're in the neighborhood. They just walk over here. You can see them. And yeah, just a bit slow interrupting them. You do have a lot of range with the Chromie, so that probably could have been avoided, but I understand you were clearing the camp. I'll watch this in a minute, because I want to see this kill. Oh, he goes in on you and you just, yeah, that's the power of love, baby. All right, so down here in this fight, you take the camp back. Got some slowing sands to cover ground. No harm done. Hammer's coming down. Ooh. Nice attempt on the route, though I think he would have just Wraith walked out of it anyway. And just pushing his 5 mid, forcing him to not be able to go back, and the slowing sands is doing a lot of work. Since you were already there, you probably could have got more damage, but going back for the experience, I understand. It's just you put 5 in the mid, and you didn't really get anything from it. So either commit to the plan or go back before the experience evaporates. This time they did theirs camp a little faster, so hopefully you'll get a nicer clear. Looks like you got a couple of gates down. So you're getting value. Experience is tied. You're holding the gnolls in the middle. You wanted them closer to your side there. Although that's a decent spin to clear them out. Mind control, leap. Falling sword, light bomb, I like it. Although now there's cage. But they were in the cage too, so fish in a barrel for Chromie. That's so much damage. So, good team fight. What hammer? Yeah. What ult does Hammer have? It's the napalm. I would have thrown that in right away. But really good 4 kills, pushing in, getting that value. Yeah, that wasn't too deep. You got the kill, but they were respawning because, you know, clearly. Oof, that mountain control just missed. Now you're kind of a bit low, and they just respawn to their full. There's another lead. So yeah, they just respawn and have all the hit points, so they had the advantage in that fight. You stuck around a bit too long. Almost got the fort, but looks like you might give up the objective for it. Yeah, Valor Arabia can't interrupt that. So it was a good fight, and you got some value. I don't know why I can't see the objective. Oh, because I was rewinding, of course, replays. But yeah, just once your HPs are low, sticking around a bit too much, going for the objective with low hit points while they're respawning is what made that difficult for you. But you have hammer. Hogger should be a relatively easy clear. You have slowing sands to keep him back. They're not going to do anything mid. Sonny's getting some value bot, but that's just because no one's there. Once Hogger shows up, yeah, she just backs off. That was a leap. Meanwhile, in the top lane, how did Hammer die? Oh, that's exactly what Hammer died. Let's go back a bit more. Alright, so Hammer's clearing. Gets caged. Doesn't use armor. Yeah. The cage should have been okay. I would have popped the armor right away. Unless it was on cooldown, of course. But the riders are clear.
It will take more than that to stop the frost wolf.
Good light bomb. But the Avatar is keeping what's his name alive. It is a 4 versus 3, and you guys are doing a ton of damage, but not quite enough to get all the kills. Although Leoric didn't get the memo to run away. Does Muradin have third wind? He does. But it's still relatively even. There's another leap, but no one's around. I mean, I guess Muradin was close, but if Cake had waited until Muradin was in range to get a Stormbolt, that could have been a kill. I find it interesting that you've switched lanes. It throws the enemy team off a bit. I don't know how your matchups specifically work out, but you got 3 in the bottom pushing. That's not a bad idea.
You know what to do.
It forces them to rotate to counter, and then you just leave and fight over here. A good falling sword to keep Valor Arabia safe. I mean, safe being a relative term because she just died anyway, but this is a sketchy fight. I thought Muradin died. Looks like Leoric, I don't know. Does he die? Oh, Muradin dies for him. That was all over the place. Yeah, not far enough. I'm gonna go back a bit more. Nope, I'm gonna go back farther. So what I liked about this fight was you're pushing bottom, they come to rotate. You can see them leaving, and you stop the push and you come up to engage them in a good where you outnumber them. What I don't like is Velaravia so close up front. Like you see the Sylvanas alone, and then the Rhaegar, and Velaravia goes in first. Your Joe is there, so the mind control comes out, the falling sword comes to protect her. That's what I want to see, but Velaravia is really low already. Rhaegar goes on right away. Velaravia needs to back out now, and just kind of completely surrounded, and they took so much damage already that they can just keep jumping and diving on her. And Hammer, I don't know what you're doing, because you should be helping your team. You didn't disconnect or anything. So like they have two super low heroes. I think you should have just stayed there and fought.
I've got eyes around horses.
Thrown napalms at them.
Get him out of there.
You probably would have gotten another kill and maybe stopped the Chromie death. Because, I mean, when your teammates are low and you're at full health, that's not the time to retreat. Unless they're, like, way too far gone. Oof. If Meowcats gets caught by that, they're probably dead. So that's the thing about fighting under forts. Even if you outnumber them, if you get CC'd in place while the fort's attacking you, you're just boned, right? So you have to be real careful about pushing in, especially against a Leo. Like, Iron Skin is nice and all, but it doesn't let you walk through walls. Meanwhile, confirming mid is good. Starting up camp. I like that you're not forcing the objective. I don't like how you're not putting traps here, because when they are eventually going to come in and kill the minions, then you lose vision. But if you have a couple of traps just around, like there and maybe in there, so like they don't die with the minions, you can interrupt them a lot easier from over the wall. So they just checked boss. Clearly you're not on it because you're clearing mid. Another good mind control. There's the falling sword. Light bomb. Flowing sands. We got the cage. Now it's just a scramble. Do whatever you can. Trading your offlaner for the healer is not bad. Anyone can like cover the offlane for a while, but healer in a team fight is huge, and so they lose their offlane too. So good fight.
We need to guard the cage until the lock.
Not an ideal engage. Started with their mind control, and then you falling sorted in. So I mean, it was a good reaction, but it was a good good scramble to win that team fight. Maybe Hammer could go back and catch this experience. It's just you want to engage on your terms if you can. So, you know, having vision, letting your tank go first, not getting someone mind controlled, that kind of stuff. I wish I could see the objective timer to know how much time you had to stall for. There's a really good light bomb, and Chromie damage just,
Our rescue's been halted.
you know,
Fight back and
wrecks
claim
them.
the prison camp.
In fact, it was good enough. I'm gonna watch it again. So the mind control comes onto the Joe.
Our rescue's
Not
been
far enough back. Yeah, so here we go. Leoric respawns. It's a 4v4. They go in. Leap misses mind control, and then the light bomb just annihilates.
Our rescue's been halted. Fight back and claim the prison
So
camp.
yeah, it was good positioning. It forced them to come in really far, and yeah, you just had the advantage that whole time.
They messed with the wrong army.
I guess there's only like a couple of seconds left, so they wanted to do something. So your advantage on the objective kind of forced the fight. I mean, they shouldn't have gone for it. I don't know. Maybe if they get the leap, if they do the mind control on a leap target, on the healer maybe, but the mind control on the tank kind of just. Oh, there's another one. Mind controls are good. Good, very good pull. Life grip. Leap of faith, that's the word. But yeah, you just have to be real mindful of where the mind controls are. And as long as you have a pull or a falling sword, it's pretty much alright. That chromie damage is disgusting. Good light bomb. No subdue. I don't understand that. Subdue is so good. But what are you gonna do? Yeah, it's a good push.
Stormpipe weaklings, face me in my fortress if you dare.
And you're going core while it has 40 armor. But they are respawning in 35 seconds. Yeah, it's a fine call. For some reason I thought the levels were lower, but you almost got all 3 keeps. But yeah, that last push was really strong. Yeah, it's not far enough back. A little bit more. Alright, so they're behind their walls. How do you win this fight? Zoom in a little bit more. I mean, obviously you have 20s, you have the artillery. They just don't have a lot of ranged damage. It's just Sylvanas to fight your whole team and the cavalry and the gnolls. Leoric goes in a bit too far forward. Does get the Wraith Lock out, but then, yeah, Chromie just lands all the damage. Falling Sword comes at the same time. Light Bomb catches the jump, that's why Muradin's in trouble. Meanwhile, Harger gets a 2-man stun. Oh, looks like you got Leap too, because of that Unstoppable at the last second, so just killed him at the last moment. Yeah, just everything falling apart for them, everything working out for you. Yeah, they just grouped up a bit too much with no real poke to defend. They need to either... I don't know, I think they needed to dive on you real hard, because they had a lot of dive. They can jump in with Muradin, they can leap in with Sonya, mind control. And then if they just, you know, one-shot your healer kind of thing. Although it's hard to do with the Falling Sword. So they had an uphill battle. They needed... I don't know what the draft looked like, but they needed Junkrat or something like that. In addition to the Sylvanas. So maybe not double off lane, because just 4 melee into 2 long range siege, it's just asking for trouble. So I think you won with the draft. I think when they saw the hammer, they're like, oh, we can just double off lane to counter it, and it really didn't work out for them for the team fights. So well played. Still gave up 7 kills. Who died? Oh, everybody. Nice and even. I mean, obviously, kills are gonna happen. But let's see, things you could improve on. That one fight in the middle with the Ralaravia being a little far forward, which is funny because in the last game, Vel played real safe. It's just, yeah, they kind of came in from 3 different angles and got the mind control. The mind control was really constant threat and was well aimed, so something to be wary of. Maybe a bit faster rotations to cover for your offlaner when they're doing camps. What else? The one team fight where Hammer just kind of ran away. But all in all, I think it was a well-played game. And, you know, definitely deserved that win. So, good job.